What's up, everybody? This is Under the Shell episode 4, and I'm here once again with my brother Wyatt Stav, and we're rolling. What's up, brother?
Sick, dude. Session work is what's up.
Session work. Would you care to tell us what
Sure, man. I'm
what it
tracking
is?
drums for bands. Oh, which band it is?
Yeah.
Wake Up Hate was today.
Oh, so it's more than one?
Oh, yeah. I've got 5 bands lined up this week or something.
5?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's just a song each band though, and I can do 2-3 songs a day kind of thing, so.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's
But
just one song for each of those. One band's doing 2. One band's doing 2.
I see. Well, actually, I just finished recording drums as well for. Well, it's not actually a band. It's more like a singer project, and it's interesting because it's not what the kind of music we're both used to, listening and playing. It's a lot lighter. It's something like pop rock or something. It was pretty difficult, but all the same interesting because you know I was trying so hard to restrain myself from not playing double bass and from not incorporating breakdowns into the song.
Yeah, it's always tough for a
It's
metal guy on a
crazy.
pop track.
Yeah. So as I told you the day before when we were talking, I was thinking of speaking today more about musicianship and about the concept of quality over quantity because lately, as I'm trying to upload every single day and I'm getting, a little on the steep road of the quality side. So I was thinking that probably it's not probably, it's for sure, it's not enough just to have a bunch of content and a bunch of, you know, a lot of songs, or a lot of, you know, a lot of gigs if you're a live musician or with a band. It's more like how you play it and how you're approaching what you're doing because the competition is insane. It's like literally millions of people are competing against you. And what sets all the greats apart, including you, is that it's the quality, and it's not like the quality because you have an expensive camera or expensive drum set or expensive mics. It's the quality of your work and the quality of your work ethic. So what I wanted to touch on today is to encourage people, myself included, because I need it the most, that you should always first strive for quality and then trying to replicate this into a bigger quantity, because otherwise you end up with a bunch of at best mediocre stuff, and skills and content and whatever, and you're just another sheep in the herd.
Right on.
Nice.
Well, are you asking me? I was waiting.
Yeah, I was just waiting for your opinion, bro.
Um, what do you mean, like, uh, so we're talking about like quality over quantity?
Yeah, like trying to not only be, you know, a good creator and a good YouTuber or a good Spotify musician or SoundCloud, whatever, but actually trying to do it well, to do quality content, not
Well, I
just
mean, quality just comes with time and rehearsal, and the only reason why any of my stuff's good is because I put out a lot of stuff that wasn't very good, you know.
yeah,
Like I don't know, I would never discourage someone from putting out a lot of content. I put out a lot of content, most of it sucked. I put it out really fast, and I did it because it gave me the practice to figure out how to make good content. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
you got to rehearse somehow. So I don't know. the majority of the content that I've released to the public since I started creating content at all hasn't been very good. I don't think. I would say the vast majority is pretty subpar.
Yeah, you're
Um,
just humble, man.
no, I don't know. I don't. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think the only thing that really stands out amongst what I do is probably the drum covers because I think I've been at that the longest of all of the content
Yeah.
that I work on. Yeah.
Do you
I
get
would
a?
disagree with you. I think that the gear is just as important.
Yeah, it
You
is.
said
It is for
yeah.
sure.
Well, you were like, it's not because they have quality mics and cameras. And I was thinking to myself, yes, it is. It is for me at least, man. I mean, like it's like an example is what we were just doing a second ago. I was switching microphones, and I
Yeah.
put this microphone on, and it didn't sound as good. And the reason why it didn't sound as good in comparison to the last one because I took a $700 condenser microphone and swapped it out for a $100 58 dynamic mic, right? So like there's a big difference there, and that's another reason why and I think and that's a reason why you need good gear because you notice the difference between good and shitty gear. But good gear comes at a cost, and usually it's just accumulated over long periods of time. And inherently, because of that, you got to put out a lot of content that's not very good because you're not going to
Yeah.
have good gear.
Yeah.
Like I, for one, have spent so much time with no gear at all. Like I'm the guy on YouTube who's all quote unquote divisive or whatever because I don't have mics in like half of my drum covers. And the reason why is because I had to figure out how to make them without mics because I
Yeah.
didn't have a ton of money when I was a kid.
Yeah, yeah, totally. But nonetheless, even now, with the example of the podcast and the microphone, yeah, it's important. It's important how people hear you and how your voice sounds, and just quality gear by itself suggests, a more professional approach and a bigger professionalism. But it's at least I think so that it's what you say that matters the most, because if you've got the best gear and you're just talking shit like for 1 hour, the impact will not be so good if you had like mediocre or bad gear, but you were saying interesting stuff.
Oh, for the podcast?
Yeah, for a podcast, and this translates over everything for me at least. So yeah, gear is important, but it's what you do with what you have. But yeah, anyway,
yeah, dude, I don't know what's going. Well, I do know what's going on. Everything is all like I said, sessions. Everything is all right now currently on my kit. Like I'm using this stupid little interface that I don't usually use. It's just that kind of setup because everything is set up behind me. Every single XLR cable I own is out and bound to something right now. It's pretty crazy, man.
And you're using the peasant gear now.
Exactly. Yeah, my backup stuff. Dude, I have so many interfaces, man. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 interfaces.
Really?
Yeah.
Why so much?
Different interfaces for different tasks, I guess. I mean, 2 of them are Tascam 16x20s or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So those 2 give me 16 inputs for my miking my kit because I use 16 microphones on the drum set. So
you use all the 16?
Yeah. Actually,
Fuck.
I wish I had more. I really need 18. There's 2 microphones I own that I can't get into the rig. I'm gonna get eventually a 32 slot interface, but that'll be down the line. Yeah. What do you mean? I don't know. That's pretty normal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's just mine is like 10 by 10 or something, and I thought it's big.
Or like 10. Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't have a single interface with 16. It's 2 8 inputs, right?
Yeah.
You can get them in 16. And you can get them in 32. There's this like $2,000 interface. It's like 32 inputs made by Presonus, I think. It's pretty nutty.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. The Tascam 16 by 8.
Yeah, I have 2 of those. They're budget and a half interfaces.
And
Tyler has the same one.
You're using both of them like at the same time or for different tests?
Yeah. No. They're both just my actual mic set in.
Huh.
Yeah, man.
How do you connect it to like both of them to the
Okay,
PC?
so there's 16 inputs in both of them, and there's 8 outs in both of them. Okay,
Mm.
so there's 16 ins in the back of. Is there 16 ins in the back of both? No, no, that's not right.
No, it's 8 XLRs and what's that? And 8 line-ins.
No, it's eight XLRs, 8 line ins, and 8 line outs. Because there's
Yeah,
two
yeah.
sets of quarter-inch in the back. So what you do is the XLR ins you send out of the back into the ins of the second interface.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I
So
have
you're
them. Go for
yeah.
it.
So you're technically connecting only one to the PC, but yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're both standalone mic pre's. So one is actually like USB 2. I use
Mm-hmm.
these because they're budget. But one is USB, and it takes everything in the computer. But yeah, so you just have two for the XLRs, and then one can take all 16 in. But you have to send it out the back of the
But
through the outs and then
doesn't
around.
that how you're sending like connecting line out of one to line in on the other, doesn't it fuck up the signal a little bit?
Why would it?
Oh, well, I don't know because too much cables. I don't know.
No.
Nice. I never thought of that. That's
Yeah, but you
genius.
don't have a
Yeah,
you don't have a
I don't have so much mics.
well, not only that, but you don't have an interface that can do that. I imagine, right? You have the 10 by 10 thing, 10 in 10 out. Is that what it
um
is?
yeah, let me just check it for sure. Well, mine is even more budget than yours. It's UMC. It's Behringer or Behringer. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's what it is.
Behringer.
Behringer, yeah.
Do you have the X Air? Is that what it is?
It's 18 by 20. What?
Is it the Behringer X Air 18?
No, it's UMC 1820.
Okay, let me take a look.
It's basically I don't
Jamie, pull
know.
that up.
I don't know why they call it like 18 by 20. Maybe they're counting the because the XLRs are actual combo jacks. So maybe
Oh yeah. Oh no, they're just counting each XLR. I imagine as a. Wait, what? Where's the back of this? Let me take a look. One sec. Oh, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inputs in the back. Line outputs. Main output.
yeah, they're just counting the because the XLRs are combo jacks. You can it's either a line in or an XLR. So they're just counting times 2. But it's actually 8 because you can use one it's just one at a time.
They're not counting both, right?
I think they are because I don't see any other line ins. Like you've got
Hmm.
8 line outputs. Uh, what's that? SPDIF, MIDI, main out.
Does it have listed 10 inputs?
Let me see. We're so wasting our time.
Oh, I thought this was a podcast.
Yep. Yeah, it says 18 inputs and 20 outputs.
Oh,
How?
okay.
I don't get it. Please explain.
Where does it say that? I don't see that. I see
In the official website.
number of preamps 8. Analog inputs 8 times XLR / TRS combo. Analog outputs 10 TRS. Digital inputs. It just has 8 ins. Analog inputs 8. Analog outputs 10. That's what it says on Sweetwater.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's just marketing then.
Yeah, it's 18 by 20 on the simultaneous IO. I don't know what that is.
AIO.
Yeah, IO.
Huh. Well, IO is input
I know what
output.
that means. Yeah, I know that.
Oh god.
Yeah, dude, but that's why I got so many interfaces.
Yeah, now I understand. By the way, we were talking about this like long time ago, but you got better mics, so I want to ask you again.
Sure.
Are you still all about close miking everything, or you're now more of a room overhead guy?
Okay, so I have a kick in, a kick out, three mics on my snare, two top, one bottom. I have a rack tom, a floor tom. Then I have a microphone on my splash. I have a microphone on my stack. I have microphones under both my right and left crashes. I have a microphone under my center crash and my china. Then I have two overheads, right and left, and then I have two room mics, one that's in the room and one that's in the next room over.
You could just set both.
Well, I don't know. I don't get the question. Like, it's not really one or the other. Like, those have to be. You have to do those in conjunction. You can't have closed mics without the overheads. I mean, you can, but it just takes a lot more work in the computer to actually make it sound like you're in a room.
Yeah, you just have to add a shit ton of reverb.
Yeah, essentially, right? Or run, yeah, like side chains and stuff.
Yeah, which sucks, but yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, today I got a new camera, and I hope that now my videos won't look as bad.
What'd you get, man?
Well, like everything else, it's budget. It's Canon M50. But
M50. That's a sick camera. That's better than mine.
really,
Yeah, I have the M100. It's one below it.
yeah, I've got the M100 too.
Yeah.
So far the main shots were with the M100 and a phone, my iPhone, and now it's gonna be the main one will be the M50, the auxiliary will be M100, and I'm thinking of putting the phone as a foot cam or something because it's
Or overhead, maybe.
or overhead if I find how to where to place it.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, I don't know. I've wanted to get the M50, but then a lot of people tell me that like I should go Sony for video.
I know why they're saying this, and it's actually true. But the only thing, like, as far as I know, if there are any photographers or videographers who are listening to us, please forgive me. But as far as I know, the only thing better in Sony is it's insane, possibility to shoot in darker places. Like the M50's max ISO is 6400, and Sony's is like, I don't know, 12 or 20 something hundred.
So it's just low light.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot less noise with Sony's when you have dark backgrounds, or it's generally dimmer where you're filming. But Canon is first, it's cheaper for approximately the same stuff, and personally I just like Canon colors better because they're a little warmer, a little more kind of vintage, not really, but yeah.
I know what you're saying. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I've been thinking about getting the M50 for a while. Dude, all of the guys around me have the M50. Orion Reacts uses an M50, and so does
Well,
Brad. My dude Brad.
it's great. I mean, it's just like you take the M100 and literally making twice as better camera with a viewfinder, because this is something I don't like on the M100. It's just there's no viewfinder, only the LCD.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
dude.
insane because you've got electronic leveling, so you're sure that everything's leveled, and you've got a way better like lighting, mirroring, and something. I don't know. I don't understand so much, but it's cool. I watched a bunch of videos before I bought it, and yeah, they say that if you're not pretty rich and you want to do YouTube videos, just buy an M50.
Damn, dude, I would have said buy the M100. That's what I tell everybody to get because the M50's out of my price range. How much did you pay for it? I'm checking mine. I'm checking Canada.
Let me just convert it because let me still. $600.
Oh wow, it's like way more here in Canada. It's
Really?
yeah, I think it's 825 in Canada.
Oh,
Although I don't know what
wait,
that
wait.
is in
That's
American.
American dollars. Wait,
Okay, let me convert mine.
it's 802 Canadian dollars. So pretty much,
802. Oh
yeah.
yeah, so I'm paying $23 more, and it's on sale, bro. It's on sale. Save. It says on sale. Save $385.
Oh my god.
That's wild.
And that's strange because usually in North America, all the electronics and stuff are way cheaper than here in Bulgaria.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Man, I need a new camera so badly. If I didn't get the M50, what could I get? Like, what's above it? Yo,
Um,
here's a question. I don't know
yep.
if you know the answer, but can you like, if now that I have the EOS M100, if I wanted to get like two or three more cameras, and I got like a Sony camera as my second, and then a GoPro as my third, and then I put them all into whatever, they're all gonna
Mm-hmm.
look very different, right?
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Oh, okay.
I've done this in the most, diverse situations that I had. It was like one DSLR, my phone, and a GoPro.
Okay.
And yeah, so first of all, if you're gonna buy a GoPro, don't buy white or silver. Just don't, because if at some point you don't want to have the fisheye effect, you need the black one, because the white and the silver one are having only the fisheye, and you can straighten it up a little bit in Premiere Pro, but it's just a pain in the ass and it fucks up the quality and stuff like that. Um, yeah, and if you're shooting, like if you've got the M100 now and you want to buy a Sony, which are pretty good, but consider this. First, the colors are gonna be way different, so you'll have to spend more time in color grading. Second, um, if you wanna somewhere in the future wanna upgrade either the lenses or some speed boosters or whatever, you need to buy one for the Sony, one for the Canon. You can't interchange lenses and stuff like this, which is
Oh.
eventually gonna end up more costly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So if you don't get the M50, a very good Sony models, a little more expensive, are the Alpha 6400, and I'm not sure about the 6100.
If I went, is that Canon?
No, it's Sony Alpha 6400.
Okay, what if I went Canon and I wanted to go one step above the M50?
Well, if you want mirrorless, I'm afraid that the next step is a little more expensive, like way more expensive.
Oh, really? Up from the M50? What is it? Like 2 grand?
Let me just check, so I don't lie to you. I think pretty much M50 is the roof of the affordable stuff. Um, Come on. Oh, hi, bunny. Oh no, I'm lying. There is an M6. Let me just see what's the price. So above M50 is EOS M6 Mark II. Which is, yeah, 1200.
$1,200? That's not too bad. I wonder what the quality difference in like those two cameras would be if it's worth it to go all the way up. You know?
Well, I I don't know, but as far as I can see, the kit lens, because you're probably gonna buy it with kit lenses, because lenses are expensive as fuck, especially for the EFM series, which is like M100 and M50. So the kit lens you're gonna buy the M6 with are absolutely the same with the kit lens of your M100.
Yeah, I know. They're all the 14 or 15 to 45
Yeah,
millimeters, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, they all have that. I gotta get a new lens for sure. Maybe it doesn't really matter the body as much as it does the lenses, right? Like I could
Absolutely,
just.
yeah.
So
Everything you
there's no
need,
real reason. I wonder what. Yo, does
everything you need from a body is you need a full HD in the respective frame rates that you're shooting in, because I'm shooting in 24, but you're as far as I remember you're in 30. So as long as it shoots full HD in 30, you're set. And from then on, you just need a great lens. And now I'm gonna tell you and everybody that's listening to us an affordable way to upgrade your lens to a great lens, because the 32 mil of EFM is fucking expensive. I think it costs more than the M100. But what you can do is buy either the adapter, which you can use the old, like the big Canon lens, or a speed booster. You know what a speed booster is?
no.
Well, it's basically because our cameras, mine and yours, are with cropped sensors, so they're not full frame. The full frame is 35 mil, and the Canon cropped lenses are like 1.6 times smaller. So yeah, so in order to use the original, the bigger lens, you need the so-called speed booster, or just an adapter, which is attached to the camera, and you can use it. And basically, a speed booster makes it like a full frame, something like this.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, you can buy, let's say, the the EFM 32 is great, but it costs like $250, which is a lot. But you can buy an adapter, which is $40. And you can buy a regular EF 50 mil, which is the standard, which costs $90. So pretty much for $150, you get great lens, which with the body you already have, instead of spending like $300. It's like half the price.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And one
Dude,
of my
you know what?
yeah.
You know what I was thinking? What we should do is we should do another podcast here in the next couple of days and have Vincent on and talk about like photography and videography and stuff, and just nerd out about cameras and stuff.
He knows that shit.
Yeah, he's a photographer, like an absolute incredible one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then in that case, we absolutely need to get him here.
And I have a buddy of mine who has I just messaged him and he's down for it, Vincent. He said any day after 4 is fine, unless it's the weekend, then he can do any time. I have a buddy that lives near me that does music photography and music video as well. That I can have on, and the four of us can just talk about. You and I can just ask those two questions.
That's great. And actually, I was about to brag that one of my close buddies is actually a professional, videographer and video editor. So pretty much everything I know it from him. So yeah.
Would you want to have him on instead of my guy?
Oh no, that's fine.
No, my guy. Okay, I don't care.
No, I'm just bragging. I mean, we're gonna have your
gotcha.
guys, because
Sure.
I'm not sure what what his level of English is.
Yeah, fair enough. That's actually a good point. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about something else because now that we're gonna
Yeah,
do
we're
another
gonna reserve the
podcast.
photography for another podcast.
Exactly. So, what should we talk about? We barely talked about sessions, then we got into photography stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
It's week 2 of my everyday uploading.
oh, how's that going?
Well, it's it's both better and worse than I expected. I don't know how that's possible, but it's not as tiring as I was imagining it to be. I mean, I can do it, but it's a little draining, your creativity, because I wake up and I'm like, I gotta shoot like 3 videos today, because it's rarely that I shoot. I upload every day, but it's almost never happens that I shoot every day. So I need to stock up on videos. So you know, yesterday, no, it was the day before that I woke up and I was like, okay, I need to shoot like 3 or 4 videos today. So I shot like 4 or 5 reactions in a matter of 2 hours, and you know how it is. And yeah, but by the end, by the last video, I was like so tired, and I was like, dude, I cannot react, anymore. It's just too
Yeah,
much.
man, dude, yeah, uploading every day, like I've done it for sure. Dude, yeah, when I started on, sorry, I lost my train of thought. When I started on full time YouTube, like
Yeah.
just doing it all the time, there was some weeks where I had in 7 days 12 videos. Like I went so hard, man. But yeah, it's tough. It's very tough.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
tough, but at the
I
same time,
think
it's not impossible. I mean,
I think in regards to what you said about like draining your creativity, I think that's not really draining. I think uh, it's just putting some pressure on you.
yeah, yeah, totally.
I think it's
Uh,
good though. Like I think I got so good at making videos because I was uploading so much, you know?
yeah, totally. And I got so good at learning songs, and like I told you in our previous session, I'm so good at learning songs that like the Throne one of Bring Me the Horizon. I've never played that song in my life, and it's not even one of my favorites. So I just you know downloaded it to my DAW, and I went to
Did
the
you learn
studio.
it the same day kind of thing?
I learned it 20 minutes before I recorded it.
Oh my
And
god.
yeah, and I was like, okay, let's do it. So I just sit for 1.5 hours. I learned it, and I was like, okay, I played it like 4 or 5 times, so I can make sure that it sounds good. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So I just press record on the cameras, press record on my DAW, and I just shot it. So
Dude, that's crazy.
yeah, I know, and
Yo,
it's
what happened to that whole like quantity or quality over quantity thing? What's going on there, Dimitar?
well,
Cuz
it's
I took 5 days to learn that song.
really.
I take 5 days to learn all the tracks that I cover, 5 to 6 days. I've never learned a song and then done the cover in the same day. Never. The
Well,
fastest I've ever done a cover is up to 3 days.
oh my.
Yeah, dude.
Well, my like record is like learning 2 songs, knowing one, learning another two, and shooting 3 videos in the same day.
Wow.
But
Maybe you
they were
should
they
shoot
were
less
not like
videos.
some genty stuff and super
Yeah.
complicated. One of them was like Tears Don't Fall.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh. Okay,
Oh,
okay, okay.
yeah. You
All
know.
right, well, I don't cover easy stuff, so.
Yeah. If the song is like super complicated for me, or technically difficult, like the last such song was like Unholy Confessions. It was physically difficult for me to play it. It was not so complicated, but there's some double bass and fast paced right hand on the right. So it was physically demanding. So I took like 2 days to learn it, but that's my max. Like 2 days, three if it's near impossible.
I've never learned a song that fast before. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well,
Why is that?
it's because our methods are different.
Well, mine sucks then.
Well, when I'm listening to music, I think we talked with Max and Toro about this, if you remember. But everywhere I am, doesn't matter if I'm waiting, in the subway or if I'm in front of the doctor or I'm just sitting in front of the PC. Every time I'm listening to music, I'm tapping somewhere, or even if I'm not listening to music, I'm just tapping my feet, my hands, and I just get this habit of when I listen to something, it's just like automatically I start tapping to it. If I don't know it, I start guessing, and the more I listen to it, the more my guessing becomes accurate, and it just it's years and years of this. So whenever I sit down to learn a song, literally all I do is if the song is like if it's difficult beforehand, I just put it in my DAW. I listen to it. I split it into sections, so I put some markers and stuff, and I'm like sitting on the drums, looping section one, just looping, and start feet by feet, hand by hand, just start to play alongside it until it's done. Once it's done, I move on to the next section. Then I play them both. And this way I progress through the song, and like it takes like half an hour, 1 hour or something. And like 1 hour later, I know the song. And I just play it like 5 times front to back. If it sounds good, I just hit record.
Damn, dude. I'm jealous. I can't learn songs that quick. Yo, what's the fastest for your session stuff? How do you do that?
Um, well,
Do you learn it on the spot do you just show up to a session and learn on the spot?
so far my sessions have been only online, so I don't have anybody around me. But my approach is pretty much the same. The last song that I did, the singer just sent me just the guitars, and there were some demos, not the final stuff. So she sent me the guitars, and I was like, I did the same thing. I just plugged them into my DAW. I went in my studio, and no time constraints, not anything. I just looped it, the whole song. I started listening to it and started adding here and there, the the basic beat. Then I started, some adding some bells and splashes and fills, and I did this like for like 2 hours. I'm just listening to the song, getting familiar with it, and I'm just playing here and there. And the more I listen, the more I play and add stuff. And like in after 2 hours, I just hit record. I recorded a demo of the drums, which were not quantized, not EQ'd, just raw. And I sent it to her, and I said, "Does this sound good to you? It's not the final one, but is the concept what you're imagining?" And she was like, "Yeah, pretty much. It's dope." Then I got back. I re-recorded everything like the way it should be done, and that's it.
Nice, dude. Did you jam that recording I posted in Musician Tips and Tricks yesterday?
Was that the one that I was listening to when we were talking in Discord?
No.
Then I didn't.
Go listen to it real quick. We can talk about that.
Okay. That sounds familiar though.
Dude, that's that's like no processing whatsoever. That was like
Really?
nothing whatsoever. No compression, nothing. And check it out. All of the levels weren't touched. Everything was literally set to what it was recorded at. And there was the only thing that I did was there was pans on the cymbals.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. There was just panning. There was no leveling and no processing of any kind. No EQ, no nothing. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's well, now that you've got the gear, it's way easier
Yeah, it
for
makes a
this.
huge difference, bro. I can't wait to show you what it'll look like. Here, I can we can play what it sounds like. If you go into what is it? Drums only versions under downloads and merch on the server. You can
Mm-hmm.
play one of those YouTube videos, the latest one. Play the latest one. We could just get a clip of it because this
Just
is what the kit sounds like
okay,
after
okay,
processing.
yeah. Yeah. I just want to, for comparison, to show you what mine sounds,
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's do
uh,
that.
so you can hear so big of a difference.
Play mine again real quick and then play yours. Oh, and I didn't actually do any time editing either. Like that wasn't slip edited. You can hear in
Mm-hmm.
the fill it's kind of out of time.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
And yeah, every time I'm listening to myself not quantized, I'm like, dude, I'm so bad at this.
Damn.
Okay, so this is yours again.
There's like a lot of lagging, but we heard it. It sounded like it sounded hell out of time because it kept skipping. But go ahead, play yours.
um, Let me just click on play. Oh, it's with the guitars. Okay.
Is this the girl you did the session stuff with?
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah. So this is
Very
what
cool.
my drums sound unedited whatsoever.
Word. I mean, I didn't just hear drums, but yeah, it
Well,
sounded good.
yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the drums only version because this is the demo, which I deleted, of course.
Hmm.
So yeah.